What's going on, everybody? Rob here with some very hardy plants that if you plant them, you really have to maintain them. One's a vine, the other are plants, but let's go over them. One of them, my neighbor planted many moons ago. He's a big flower person, and I'm a big vegetable person. But through the ages, he's got older where he couldn't maintain it. But then it got overgrown. Then we got grasshoppers, and then everything started eating my vegetables. So we're going back and forth trying to help everybody. He does very well propagating bees. So let me show you one of them. This is actually called the morning glory. It is a vine that grows crazy. I have clipped this thing down, I cut this thing off. It grows all throughout the grass, and then it starts coming out of the grass. This morning glory was all the way through here. I finally got it under control, but I killed all that, and you see it came back. That's the morning glory. These are beautiful, and these are good for bees. Hibiscus, you got so much pollen in there. The hibiscus that has been hacked all the way down, cut all the way down many times, and you see this year the hibiscus is back with the morning glory coming off of the hibiscus. This morning glory will grow on anything. These right here are they're not hibiscus, they're Rose of Sharons. Do you see how big the Rose of Sharon is? That's a Rose of Sharon. Now I propagated the Rose of Sharons because if you have a lot of land, you can have complete Rose of Sharon across your whole fence and nobody will see it all summer long. But during the fall, yes, all that is going to just keep falling. But Rose of Sharons are hard to kill off when you don't want them. So these are Rose of Sharons that started growing between the fence lines, my fence line and my neighbor's fence line. Those are Rose of Sharons that I killed. I sprayed weed killer, I sprayed plant killer, I sprayed everything, and they are coming back. Those are Rose of Sharons. Here's more morning glories right here, which I've completely killed and cut off all the morning glories, and you see this year all the morning glories are back. So those are good bees. Those are good for bees. There's another Rose of Sharon right there that's gonna bloom. Another Rose of Sharon right there. But now they're all under maintained. Now this is a snow plant, an ice plant. This comes back every year. I killed it, cut it completely out the ground, and that's the ice plant. These are how hardy the Rose of Sharons are. There was nothing there at the beginning of the season, and those are all Rose of Sharons and hibiscus coming back in right here. Let's go around the corner. There's another Rose of Sharon right there. It was cut all the way down to the stalk at the beginning of the season, and look how big it is right there. Another Rose of Sharon, you see, cut all the way down to the stalk. There it is right there. Rose of Sharon with morning glories. You see morning glories at the top. This was a tree that I've been trying to get cut down. It's not working. You see the morning glory in there. That morning glory is like wildfire. That's the whole fence line of morning glory that has been cut down and treated with Roundup. And you see here it is again. If you want flowering plants, two very hardy plants that will give you tons of flowers, morning glories and Rose of Sharons. And then when you try to kill them, you can't get rid of them. Then you try to kill them again, then you can't get rid of them. Another one is along the front is the mums. Mums are on the front. That'll be another video, a front yard video. But mums are almost impossible to get out of the ground. When you start to try to get rid of your mums, you get them for Mother's Day, and they flower. But then you put them in the ground, and then when you put them in the ground, they propagate and they grow. But you think, well, they're not giving me flowers. Mums won't give you flowers until the fall, until October or until November. Mums will give you flowers. Shasta daisies, very beautiful white. People buy Shasta daisies. They're only going to give you flower in the winter anyways. See, these are mums. These are mums and irises. The swords are irises. In the beginning time, they give you flowers in the beginning time. I normally cut them down. Those are all mums. They're getting ready to bloom. The mums hit in October. This is a Shasta daisy. Now I got to get some rope or some zip ties because it's supposed to be a ball together, and you see it starting to separate just because the weight, because it got so big. But I don't know if I should because they're getting ready to bloom all white. That'll be a white puff ball pretty soon. Okay, now let me show you some more out of control mums over here. These are daylilies. Daylilies, I'm gonna cut those down. I'm gonna cut those down. Those are done for the season. But look at these mums. That's a mum. That's a mum. That's a mum. They're all gonna be blooming pretty soon. But I cut these completely down, tore them out the ground about 3 years ago, and look how big they are back. Hostas, I love hostas because they flower twice a year. Purple flowers twice a year. And I think I got some hostas coming back in here right now. My wife prefers the white one. These were like 1 or 2 individual plants about 5 years ago. And look at how much here. That's the vegetable garden over here. But this is what the hostas bloom over here. This is how the hostas bloom. They do this twice a year, and you get a lot of bees with these twice a year. Nowhere near the amount of bees with the morning glories or the Rose of Sharon's. This all the time. This looks like a Neanderthal is growing this right here. Look at all that. That's huge. That has to be 7 feet by maybe 4 or 5 feet. Yellow bell tomatoes I never planted. I plant yellow bells on the side of the house and I maintain them. One of the animals dropped 1, 2, 3 back here where they were eating them. I never watered these. I never watered these, and I just let them grow wild. And I've trimmed them because they're on my sliding gate. Those are all yellow pear tomatoes. You think I'm lying? Look at there. All yellow pear tomatoes. I never watered these yellow pear tomatoes at all, but now they're getting in my chain for my fence. So I gotta get them off. But look, yellow pear tomatoes all over the ground that are just falling off this, that one of the animals brought all the way over here, and that's how big it is. It's almost as tall. I'm not saying much, but it's almost as tall as me, and that's just wild, not watered. I seen the little things coming up when they were babies, and I just let them go, and that's the craziness I got. Either way, planting is nice. Next year, where all my tomato plants are, I think I'm gonna just propagate more berry plants because I eat way more berries. My wife eats way more berries than we do tomatoes, and I've been doing good with berries. So you see, those are baby raspberries. Tomatoes, citronella smells amazing. Cucumbers, more tomatoes. Blueberries, I gotta put more acid in the soil. That's ready to turn yellow. Cucumbers, asparagus. Tomatoes that are almost done for the season. Camparis. This blackberry bush gave me blackberries all season long, but something's eating it, more than likely grasshoppers, so I gotta treat that. Campari tomatoes, early girl tomatoes. This is pretty good over here. Those are onions. You can find onions all throughout there, and all throughout there are onions. Sage, chamomile, and mint. Now this right here is raspberry, that right there is raspberry, that right there is mint. These are all 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 raspberry babies. These raspberry plants only give me raspberries twice a season. The blueberry plant, so far I only got it once a season, but that blackberry is a never ending, so I got seeds. I'm gonna try to propagate more. This is a blackberry bush that I bought on clearance for like $1, $1.50. And it has done amazing. This is only 2 years old. Either way, that's a little bit about plants. I could talk plants all day long with you, but follow, try planting. This side is going to be more berries next year. All right, talk to you later. Subscribe, like, and share.